Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Swiftech Quiet Power P180 water-cooled case. First I'll have a look at the case and then the water cooling setup. The Antec P180 mid-tower case comes in a black and silver color. Swiftech has chosen the black model. This case is unlike any other because it has innovative 3-layer side panels and front door. This design has excellent noise dampening properties, but it adds weight. A perfect case for a quiet build, and that's the reason Swiftech has chosen this product. At the front is the Firewire port, 2 USB ports, a microphone, and headphone jack. This case has a lockable, double-hinged door, which is held into place by magnetic force and swings all the way open. When the door is opened, it reveals 4 5¼ external drive bays and 1 external 3½ drive bay. Here's the power and reset buttons, as well as the power and hard drive activity LEDs. There are 2 swing open compartments for the 120mm fan air filters. These filters can be easily removed for cleaning. Also note that there are ventilation holes around the front bezel, which allows the fans to intake air when the front door is closed. On the right side panel, Swiftech has installed a small window to allow the liquid in the reservoir to be viewed. At the top is a spoiler and an included 120mm fan. At the back of the case at the top, they include an I/O shield plate and a 120mm fan. Here are the 7 expansion slots, and there are plenty of additional ventilation holes. At the bottom is where a standard ATX power supply would get installed, and they include 2 thumb screws on the left side panel. This case is compatible with standard ATX form factor motherboards. Since this is a mid-tower case, there isn't a lot of room to work, and the motherboard tray is not removable. I mentioned earlier that there are 4 external 5¼ drive bays and 1 3½ external drive bay. Well, there are an additional 6 internal 3½ drive bays. 4 hard drives can be installed vertically in the bottom hard drive cage, and 2 hard drives can be installed horizontally in the top hard drive cage. Both of these hard drive cages are removable for easy hard drive installation. Also note that there are rubber mounts for all of the hard drives, and an additional 120mm fan is included here for added cooling power. Now let's have a closer look at the water cooling system. Swiftech has used an improved version of the H2O 120 Premium Water Cooling Kit. Included is the Apogee CPU waterblock, MCP350 Pump, MCR120-QP Radiator, MCRes Micro Reservoir, 3/8" A60 Norprene tubing, Hydrx coolant, and a funnel. At the heart of the Apogee CPU water block is the CNC machined C110 copper base plate. On the inside, this plate has a diamond pin matrix which was optimized using computational fluid dynamic analysis to ensure excellent results. Also, on the outside, this plate is very smooth. This allows excellent contact between it and the CPU. The water block has 2 3/8" barbs and comes with all the materials needed for installation on any current motherboard. The MCP350 pump is extremely small and quiet, but performs very well, which is exactly why it was chosen for this setup. Like the CPU water block, the pump also has 3/8" barbs. It's installed just behind the power supply. Please note that they have extra holes in the case so the pump can be moved forward to facilitate a longer power supply. The MCR120-QP Radiator, which has been improved over the older MCR120 Rad, is specifically designed for 120mm fans. It has flat brass tubes and louvered copper fins with brass plenum chambers and frame construction for optimal thermal conductivity. The MCRes Micro Reservoir that's used replaces the older MCRes 1000 reservoir. It's constructed from a transparent acrylic and features an angled baffle forcing the turbulent flow at the bottom of the reservoir. This allows it to function without air entrainment at low fluid levels. This design also means it's silent, so no more sloshing sounds. They've used 3 8-inch barbs on this radiator as well, and it gets filled at the top. It's installed on the right side of the case where the accessories box once was. The 3 8-inch A60 Norprene tubing that's used is another big improvement. Standard vinyl tubing is used in most water cooling setups. The Norprene tubing is much less porous than vinyl tubing, and hence less fill-ups are required. It also doesn't crack or degrade easily. The downside to Norprene tubing is it's expensive compared to vinyl tubing. Finally, have a listen to this stock cooling. First at the low setting, at the medium setting, and at the high setting. Swiftech has done a fantastic job at both selecting a case and installing their water cooling components inside the case. The case itself has some really nice features, but it's fairly cramped. The water cooling kit performs extremely well. This product is really a no-brainer. Buy it, you've got the case, the water cooling stuff installed inside of it. The only thing you have to install yourself, of course, is the CPU water block and any other water blocks that you may purchase. Overall, though, this is a kick-ass product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also, keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support 3dgameman.com. If you wish to support, please visit support3gm.com. Until next time, take care. Silent, so no more is the way that they've done the blah blah. Can't think. Losing my mind. Cannot think. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support. Did you hear that in the background?
Ooh, I got mail.